I'm going to record this to the cloud. And as you can see here, I am at the office. And right behind me up there is a picture of Yankee Stadium. So this is exciting. Well, I'm going to share my screen. I want to share my desktop. And there I'm up in the corner, of course. Now, I'm over here in Moodle. I'll take a minute or two, and here's some of the resources that I have for you here in week 7. Information Builders, which is a nice little convergence tool that takes the best of both worlds, really 3 worlds. One of them is going to be the world of databases, relational databases. Then has a nice spreadsheet application mixed in, and just for good measure also the ability to create some really beautiful infographics. So they have a demo gallery, and I would encourage you to take a look at what they have at Information Builders. Here's also the top 10 trends in data warehousing. You'll want to take a look at this article, and we're speaking about what's going on in that world. In addition, another resource, this is from the Code Academy, learning SQL. And of course, you can learn just about any type of code there at Code Academy. It's great. It's all it's driven by your work, by your how fast or slow you want to learn. Then I have a PDF here that will be important to you about how to access SAS Visual Analytics. And then here is a link that looks at the fielding in baseball. Baseball fans like myself are statistics fanatics and metrics fanatics and analytics fanatics. And this is a article about some new technology trying to bring the data revolution to fielding, so we can get the same kind of get a sense of a baseball player's performance in terms of their fielding, just like we can get from hitting or we get from pitching. Now, obviously, this week we're going to work on the lunches database number 10. So you'll want to have the textbook out for that. And we'll want to open up SQL Fun. So you want to have it downloaded and ready to go. And then you also want to have the code for chapter 10. And we're going to start with that. And here we're going to use 10.2, which will select the current user, and we're going to try this using this format and take that out and give us a date and time. Remember, also working with some date and time functions, etc. So we'll click Create, Query Design, Close, and we'll run it and see what happens. And as usual, we got one of those. So we'll kill that off. I knew we'd probably run into a problem with that. Let's come down here to task 3. That format function, and as I mentioned, and as we've run into in Access, is just, it's a killer. Put myself back there so you can see me. I know the ceiling is probably a better thing to look at than me, but hey. Now, we'll click Create, Query Design, then we'll go to the SQL view. And we're going to run that query. Now, let's talk about for a minute what's here, and you can probably see it a little bit better And what you could, if you just look in the design area, we're going to select a primary key. That NZ is means no nulls, and we're going to get the numerical column, and we're going to put in no number. We're hard code that. Basically, that's hard coded in as num underscore column 2. Then we're going to use the same technique, the no nulls. And this is from the text column, and we're going to insert no text as text column 2, and then we're going to use the no, that's the NZ function again in the date column, and we're going to we'll input no date as date column 2 from section 1003. So we're going to copy that, and then we ran that. You can see, so that's 10.3. Now, I'm going to stop sharing this here for just a minute, and then end the and I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop the recording, and then end the meeting, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to